And I'm still. No, you're here. You're good. You. You're not disconnected. I'm. I'm looking at the models. I have them all white, even though the textures are there, so I can sort of retell it where the textures are, and then they show. It could be that my NIF scope is outdated or not set up properly, because I just use it to take a look at the textures rather than do anything with it. Oh, the robe is so pretty. Yeah. The Vermina, the purple and black one. Yeah, looks good. Alright, well, I better get things started. I did put the textures in the right place, yeah, and yeah, it knows the path to all my texture folders. It sometimes does that. I noticed, I think, when the textures are in a folder. That's fine. We'll be able to take a look at some of them. Okay. Well, let's get things started. No. Good morning, everyone. Welcome on in. Let me get my Morrowind all loaded. There we go. There it comes. All right. Today, even though it's Thursday, we have a slightly different program. It's still Morrowind because that never changes. Hardly ever changes, I guess. But today we have a guest modder. You can guess by the name of the testing character I have created. Ruffin, Vangarr, yes, you're fine, will be our guest. And if you know any of his mods, then you know we'll be taking a look at all kinds of armor sets. And all of them very, very cool. I don't want to touch, there we go, my game is loaded. And I guess you'd rather hear some people that are not me. Ruffin, you can say hi to everyone.
Hey, how's it going?
And I'm sure they're going fine. Chat, you know the drill. I need you to tell me if you can hear everyone, basically Ruffin in particular, if you can hear Ruffin properly. If not, I'll give him a little bit of gain so you can hear him better. Okay, I hope you're ready for this, Ruffin.
I hope I am too.
Let's just talk about your mods for a couple of hours.
Sounds good. Can you send me a link to the Twitch thing? I don't have it on my screen.
Yeah, that would be a lot better if you see what's going on.
Yeah.
Sending you that to Discord. Can hear both of you quite well so far. Okay, that's excellent. I've sent you the link. For now, there's no much to see. I'm
Great.
just in Seidanin. Shocking, I know.
Alright.
And yeah, do mute Twitch. Philip, you want to know what mods? Well, all kinds of armor sets, because that's what you do exclusively, I think, Ruffin.
Sort of. I've made like a couple of different things, but pretty much all of it's been like armors that have been released anyway. There's some other stuff on private files that have yet to been uploaded.
Okay, so we have to wait. I don't know if you have eyes on the chat. Do keep an eye on it if you can. I know it's not easy when you're talking and looking at something and reading the chat at the same time. But Marx is saying, why do you torture these poor people that I drag them into your stream early in the morning instead of letting them rest? What do we have to say about that? That's because Ruffin is in New Zealand, so it's actually torture for me getting up early. But it's what, 8 o'clock in the evening for you?
Yep.
It's an okay time really to talk about mods, I would say. What armor and why?
Yeah.
Philip, we're gonna look at every armor because we like them all.
Yep.
There's an explanation. So what armor set are we going to take a look at? Because my character right now is wearing rags, really.
Stylish rags, but
Well, the shirt is nice, the hood is okay. It's kind of mismatched. So which armor set shall we take a look at first?
whichever one you want. I guess Adamantium was the first one I made, so.
Yeah, Adamantium. That was the first mod you
Ceremonial
published?
Technically, the first mod I published was a sound replacer for Skyrim that just replaced a bunch of sounds with the noises made by FPS Doug. I don't know if you're familiar with that reference, but
Not at all.
oh, nice.
I broke my trees. That's because real quick before the stream I realized I still had Melchior's trees, you know, the huge trees, and I was like, oh, I need to clean that up because I want this to be as neutral as possible. Well, we're not here for the trees, okay? But if you wanted ideas for a tree replacer, here's what not to do. Alright, Adamantium armor, do we buy that in Hlahwad, I think?
I call it I'm awful at pronunciations.
I
call it Hlaod, even though it's probably
Hlaod. Honestly,
Waod.
nobody
It's Walu,
knows.
so I guess.
Yeah. How did I say Hlahwad? No, I forgot what I said. But I think everyone has something different in their head as to what it sounds like. Ode. Yeah, like you said more like ode, and I said what? That must be my French influencing me. Yes, that's exactly what I went for, Marks. Wintry snow trees, because the snow is not here yet. Oh, that's horrible though. I'm not sure I'll be able to stand it for for very long. I might have to jump out and fix it. We'll see. Alright, so if I want to buy myself a lovely set of Ceremonial Adamantium armor, who do I talk to?
You don't buy it, you clip through the floor and steal it from the chest.
Wow, that's very
Go
advanced.
into Fat Lake's drop off. Go into Fat Lake's drop off and TLC through the floor, and there should be a chest under there.
But is that really the only way you can get it in game?
Oh no, you can
Okay.
buy it from, but it costs $1 squillion. You there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Turn around. Is the merchant there?
Yeah. Oh crap,
Yeah,
I see your seat again. Never
I'll
mind.
go through the ground.
So yes, we'll
That's
we'll
what I
still
do
wait.
when I'm testing it. Oh no. Yeah, when I test it, I usually just put a barrel in the middle of Satanin and put all the stuff I'm testing in it.
Yep. That's why very often people say, there's a barrel in the middle of Satanin in your mod. And that's when I go, my testing barrel. Okay.
There it is.
I have the basic version, which is the blue one. But when
also
people
an
install the
alternate
mod,
red
they
too, so-
have a number of colors they can choose from.
and texture resolutions as well.
Now, I was a little surprised when I was looking at the models you sent me for Vermina because the robe is better bodies, and I had a feeling that you were making armor more for vanilla bodies. So what is it you use in your game?
I do use vanilla bodies most of the time. I guess it depends. I usually use something as a base and then sort of mold it into the shape of what I'm making. And occasionally it's been more efficient to use better bodies. But it's usually just like the chest piece, so it doesn't really make a difference, I don't think. But for the Vermina robe, it's not currently obtainable to the player, so...
Typically...
But I'll work on doing that, I think.
Ja, men där. I am now clad. Oh, I have the choice between the sleeves and gauntlet. I'll have one of each. All
yeah,
right.
you kind of meant to wear the skirt with the robeless chest. That's kind of that's what the original one was. Because the skirt kind of clips with the robes.
Because we do have the choice in style. All right, so you said that's the first mod you published. Can you tell us the story behind it?
I guess I was just kind of messing around with the Nifscope and seeing if I could create something. Because the helmet and the chest piece at least are based on Melchior Dark. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. His,
Melchior. I asked him.
And
I asked him. Melchior.
Melchior.
That's his
Melchior.
Dunmer iron set.
Yeah, and I love the design, but I didn't like how it was like iron, like the weakest material in the game, basically. So it become obsolete by the time you get to Balmora if you put it in the game. So I wanted to make it something, an end game thing. And I tried making it to ebony, but I couldn't get the textures to sit right. But then I tried it with adamantium, and I actually got something to work. And so, yeah, I guess I just played around with Nifscope and changed the textures for a bunch of other things. The original version was a kit bash, basically. The version you see now has been refined a lot since the original. Yeah, the original, it didn't actually have greaves, it just had a skirt. But now it has actual pants, and the skirt's an optional thing.
I like that you actually have different styles. Oh, I don't want the skirt. Oh, there we go. So that one, the cuirass has a long skirt. Instead of the metal pauldrons, I can actually have sleeves and proper greaves beneath it. So which one is your favorite?
Yeah, I was kind of working on a... pardon? You cut out there, sorry.
Yeah, so actually I interrupted you. You were saying something. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, originally I was working on those parts to replace the originals, but I felt like they didn't really, they didn't work for me as true proper replacements, so I had them in optional things instead.
And what I was saying is you give us two different cuirasses, a skirt, or just a greaves, different pauldrons. Which one is your favorite combo?
I guess I like the basic combo with the chest with the robe and the proper metal pauldrons. I think that looks the best overall.
So that would be nice. That would be the Ruffin recommendation for the armor set.
In my opinion, yeah. But you can do whatever you want. That's why there's options.
Yeah, what I would do is basically have one for myself and one for my companion, and we look like an army of two.
Ah, yeah, that's cool.
Any particular reason?
Probably
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying it's probably one of my favorite armors that I've made. Definitely pretty high up there.
Is it because it's the first one you've made, or as objectively as possible?
Partially, but I guess it's one of the more original ones that I've made that wasn't really based on any concept. Although I did basically steal the chest and headpiece from Melchior. But
But you had inspiration.
but yeah, also it looks really cool anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. I really like armor sets where you have a mixture of material. It suddenly gets very interesting. Which is something
Yeah,
that you
definitely.
did as well in your Redoran Exile armor. That might be the
That's
one
right,
we'll
yeah.
take a look at next. Any
Sure.
particular reason why you put that in flat one, or just you needed a place?
I couldn't really figure out what Yeah, I guess I was kind of lazy, and at the time I wasn't very good at modding, so I just made it sort of easy. I mean, it's very expensive, so it's not really easy to acquire, but it's simple. Like just giving it to a merchant is not going to cause a lot of conflicts, I guess.
Yeah, no, especially the way you did
And
it,
like,
where you add a chest hidden beneath the cell, so even if somebody modified the cell a little bit, your chest is not going to show. It's a good way
Speak,
to have
traveler.
minimum conflict.
yeah,
Right, now I look good. I'm trying to remember because we did take a look at the Redoran Exile armor, but I don't remember where, like which tomb exactly I need to find that armor. Do you remember the exact name of the tomb?
I think it's I no, but I can look it up. It's just you go to Alderaan and then I think you head towards Ghost Gate, and you'll eventually
Oh yes, I
stumble on the
think
tomb
I see
that
the.
has it.
Yeah, I remember now.
It's Fadath Ram Ancestral Tomb. Fadathram,
Bedethram. Like,
whatever. That
who comes up with those names? Honestly.
they just put it into a random random letter assembler. I mean, that's what they do for the the Daedric and Lemma ruins. Those have ridiculous names.
At some point, I had an idea for a game. It would be anagrams, but with Dwemer and Daedric names, and like just caves. And then I realized that whatever the anagram, it would actually look like a regular name. Let's make me fast. It's gonna take forever. Yeah, that's the way. All right, this is our
Anagram or actual name.
and we want to take the road that goes towards the Ghost Gate.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. I remember because we tested it for the mud jam. That was the first mud jam. Well, actually not the first, the spring mud jam. And I think
Yeah.
I've gone the wrong way. I need to find a road that's higher up.
Maybe. You can just TLC and look underground for a tomb. That's what I do.
Yeah, like TLC, sometimes I get even more lost than I was before. But I think
yeah.
there's the road.
Everywhere is a road when you can walk through walls.
Yeah, yeah, we found it, I think. All right, tell us a little bit. What's the backstory behind the Redoran Exile armor set?
Well, I made it for the mod jam, which was the theme was Redoran, even though I badly wanted the theme Necromancy. But
I remember. Is that because you actually had a necromancy armor you were working on?
I did, yeah. It would be the final motivation I needed to actually complete it. But I'm pretty happy with what I came up with. I guess I just kind of mixed and matched a bunch of random ideas together on concepts, and
Hope I'm
that's
in the
just the
right
end result.
place. I think I
I
got
guess
it.
I wanted like a wastelander armor, and I kind of just changed the lore to make it suit that. But then I added in like the paper talismans as like
So,
farewell notes, which I thought was
yeah.
kind of a cool idea.
A bit of a samurai inspiration as well.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's called like Ronin in the files actually.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Here
I guess
it
it sort of
is.
showcases a more negative side of the Red Run. Doesn't have proper greaves or boots, but I hope to someday make some for it.
Do we need another modja? Redoran 2. Finish your Redoran mod. I don't think so.
I could have won if I maybe completed it. Maybe not, I don't know.
I'm
Second
not
place
sure
isn't so
that would
bad.
be a successful theme. I got a feeling that might not work. The way out. I want natural sunlight to show the armor. There we go. There it is. Okay, do I recognize? That looks like the fabric used in the Netch Rogue armor in Tamriel Rebuild.
Fabric. I don't think so. No, that fabric is. I don't actually remember. I got it from a bunch of random places, but I think I took the scarf from the rogue armor. But I actually I worked on that rogue armor actually. I didn't make it, but I tweaked it a bit. I fixed the I gave it rigging. Actually, no, I think I actually remade it from scratch using the original concept. So it had rigging on the scarves.
So that's the one that we find in Tamriel Rebuild.
I think so, yeah. The scarves are taken from it, but the textures are different.
I recognize the texture from the robe. I like the fact that as much as possible you use vanilla texture, so if people have replacers, it's gonna work with whatever texture they chose to have and replace.
Oh yeah, the actual sad truth is that I'm just not good at textures. Not good at making them.
No. My version is better. It's
I've
a
done
choice.
some texture making. Yeah, if you can get like custom textures done right, it looks like 10 times better.
Sure.
I hope someday I'll learn the elusive art of texture creation and I'll be able to finally do it justice.
You know what I'm trying to
But
think?
that is the benefit of vanilla textures.
We have a number of guides for models, but I can't think of any guide for textures.
There's a bunch of tutorials online. I've just been too lazy to look at them.
Oh,
I'm someone who will spend hours trying to figure something out instead of watching like a 10-minute tutorial. I don't know why.
fair. All right. So this.
But yeah,
Sorry. Go ahead.
the bits of paper are all like they're essentially farewell notes sent by their friends and family members to their exile once he's kicked out for committing a second crime to House Redoran. You get yeah, because they give you a second chance if you make one mistake and you get kicked out. They'll let you back in once, but if you do it twice, there's no going back.
Especially with
But,
Redoran.
the exiles, they're sort of allowed to serve the house in secret as an exile, so that they'll be reinstated upon their death. And they kind of live the life of a, I guess, pious hermit.
So it's
so they
like
defend the house from
officially
themselves.
they've lost their honor, they're cast out, but unofficially they can still work for the glory of the house if they want to.
They sort of serve the house. They like They sometimes like take on missions as well in secret, but I guess largely they just sort of defend the settlements in the wilderness.
Hmm. You did. I
They're
don't.
sort of relegated to do the dishonorable jobs as well,
Yeah.
so that the nobles don't stain their hands with dishonor.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
However, you didn't put any condition that you had to be expelled from the faction to wear the armor.
Yeah, I feel like that would, I'm not like a quest person, and, I guess I wanted anyone to be able to obtain it,
Mm.
because if you got kicked out of Red Room twice, that would lock you out of doing every single great house, and
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So
good
the
quite
armor
restricted.
is cool, but we still want to be able to do great house quests and become the hortitor and all that. Though
Yeah.
it might have been cool to add some dialogue from commoners saying, "Where did you get this armor?" Like, or why are you here, exile, or something like that.
Yeah.
There's always more you can do with mods.
Like I said, that stuff's beyond my skills. I'm not really good at anything besides model making and basic implementation.
Well, that's the way it is. During the holiday, you can do nothing but learn how to do textures and quests.
I think
Yay.
having like an NPC who could be like a companion would be cool for that armor.
That-
With an exile, he sort of tells you his side of the story for things.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be really cool because then that NPC or companion could have been expelled from the faction and could be the one that people don't want to talk to, which is fine because NPCs only talk to you anyway. That could be a really cool
Yeah.
character with a backstory, which I cannot write. So yeah, we'll have to find someone willing to invent that story. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I really like the detail apart from the pieces of papers and I like the asymmetrical pauldrons. That makes it look quite unique. I like the dagger as well.
I really wanted to give it a wastelander aesthetic, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I give it like greaves and boots, I'll like have like more knives strapped to the side and stuff.
Mm. Honestly, bone mold I believe I do have a replacer. That's not the vanilla bone mold greaves and boots, but I think they go great together, honestly. And I don't know that you really want to add a lot to it, because if you add a lot of details to the greaves and the boots, then it might be a little too much, or it makes the pauldrons and the scarves and the papers not as striking as they are right now, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. You sort of got to balance things, I guess.
I like the focus is clearly there. But by all means, please expand on the armor, and the more the better, because we like them.
Yeah. I definitely want to finish it at some point.
Yeah, that'd be
Complete the
nice.
other two parts.
What about that Necromancer armor then? Is that something that is still on the back burner on your hard drive?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with it. I considered like making it into just a robe, but I don't know. I've got like parts for it, but they're not that interesting, I guess. I don't know. The helmet and the chest piece are great, but I guess filling in the blanks, because the concept art only gave me the chest piece and the helmet basically, and the pauldrons, and so the rest of it I sort of have to come up with myself.
Is concept
That's not
art
always the
often
easiest thing
a
to do.
source of inspiration for you?
Yeah, all of the times. Most of my armors Well, a good portion of them, at least, are made based off of concept art. Some of them are made partially from concept art, and some of them are just kind of, I just kind of winged it. and came up with something myself.
That works too. That works
But
too.
concept art is very helpful for, I guess, getting inspiration.
Hmm.
Usually the chest piece and helmet are the most important things.
They will be
That makes
the
other parts
most
more
visible ones. It's true. I think we were talking.
It's kind of difficult to make the other parts interesting and distinctive, I guess.
You know what? I went to tell Fear because somehow I had it in my mind that Devias Fear had the Daedric robe. But
It's in his drawers, I think. I didn't actually give it to him because, given that he's such a significant NPC, there's probably lots of quests and stuff affecting him, so I didn't really want to touch him because I figured it would create too many conflicts. There was originally going to be a quest to get the robe, where you do a mission for him, but that never ended up getting made.
you really need to work with people so they can add the
Ahead.
armor or everything you create,
Where is that slave?
like in a quest or something. His drawers, you said. I went to this
I
because
think
that's
the
where we had
downstairs
that.
one.
Hey.
I think it's the downstairs one,
So, going
like
through
next to his bed.
going through the biosphere
floor.
stuff. What could go wrong? There it is. Daedric Tilvani Armor robe. And we have the
He's
armor
totally fine
version,
now. There.
armor version and robe version.
Inside there. Yeah, the armor version came first because I guess I was kind of too lazy to make a proper robe. But
Is it completely
yeah,
different?
it's not a typical robe because it's got like no, like the armor version. You'll see when you put it on. The armor version covers like your arms and chest, but the robe covers like all the proper parts.
I
'Cause
meant
most
when
robes
you.
in Morrowind don't show you
True.
your legs.
Hmm.
Or you should just set your character to have like 1,000 strength so they can carry everything. That's what I usually do.
I was wondering, like, if making an armor and making a robe was very different in terms of, how it's done.
Sort of. In armor, usually only the chest piece has any rigging on it.
Mm-hmm.
But with a robe, the entire thing is rigged. But essentially, I usually just take stuff and kind of Frankenstein them together. I took a sort of a long coat and just sort of morphed it into the Daedric robe. But because it doesn't have like a covering thing, as you can see, there are no pants on it. And the robes make your leg parts invisible.
Mm-hmm.
So I couldn't make it a robe until I actually gave it some pants. And yeah, because robes are meant to basically hide your armor and stuff underneath.
Yeah, just the
But,
pauldrons are the only thing that sticks out. Clear.
Yeah, that one was based on some concept armor.
So I have the armor. I have bone mold boots. They might not be the best, but there we go. Oh, hang on. I kind of need greaves under that, unless I want to be a sexy Telvanni lord. Trousers, there we go. A bit better. I did not realize there was that sexy opening to reveal the legs. Yeah, I kind of wish I had some Daedric armor to go with that.
The other one comes with pants. It's just a robe though. You can probably wear it over it actually, like without taking it off.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, there's some sort of issues with like the texture blending for some reason it doesn't show. But if I make a custom texture, that'll probably be a solution to that.
And so we're back to learning how to make textures.
Yep. I mean, technically, the white part of the robe is a custom texture, but that's just a recolored vanilla texture.
Ah, that counts. I really
Good.
like the shoulders. It's like, well, it is pauldrons.
They're technically, I mean, they're pauldrons of the robe, but they're not considered pauldrons.
Mm-hmm.
So you can wear like pauldrons over them, but they'll probably clip. Should probably make the pauldrons invisible for that armor. I don't know if I did that already. For the robe at least. But you can wear lots of stuff with the armor, but it'll probably look weird.
And technically for Morrowind, they're not big enough to be pauldron.
Actually, they're the ebony pauldrons. I just retextured them.
Ah.
So technically, they are, but they are unnaturally small compared to most other ones.
Yeah, really do stand out compared to the others. Yeah, I can wear one on top of the other. With the robe actually covering everything. So technically, I could even... No, not the bracer. Not the bracer. It's a bit too much of a mix and match. If I put some of the veteran armor on top of it. So...
Fashion disaster.
Yeah. Oh, out. Okay.
Yeah, clipping. It's what happens.
Yeah. But like, you know that. Like if you... I think as a player, you either decide, you know what, it clips a little bit, but it's still kind of cool, so I'm okay with it. Or you don't think it's cool enough to live with the clipping, and so you don't wear it. Simple. Right. So we've had the Adamantium, Ceremonial Adamantium Armor. We have the Veteran Exile. We have the Daedric Robe. I still, from memory, there's still the Dwemer Scrap Armor, the Heavy Kaiten. I remember those two. So say I wanted
There's
to...
also the Outlet Glass.
Oh yeah, but this one is harder to find, isn't it? Fortunately, you're here. And you can tell me where to go. Let's go and look for the armour glass.
Honestly, you should probably just console code it in.
There. This one is actually a bit of a treasure
It's
hunt
too
to
much
find
of a
all the pieces, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I figured I'd put more effort. I mean, it's not that much more effort. I just dumped it in a bunch of Yeah, because the Daedric shrines, they don't have anything good in them, so I kind of wanted to solve that issue as well. Putting something actually worthwhile in there.
So for the player, if you want to get the complete set of Altmer glass armor, you basically need to explore every Daedric ruin. And hope to find something in them.
I think one of them has a thief with a note who has the location of the other ones on it, so you just need to find that one. But you can stumble upon them randomly.
Okay. Here we go. Character stripping for you guys.
Obligatory fan service moment.
Now we have the choice between two different helmets. Alright, let's... Ooh, shiny! Wow, that's very intricate with the gemstones.
Yeah. That one was probably the most difficult to make, I think.
I'm not surprised.
I mean, some of it's just texture, but a lot of it's... Yeah, don't feel like I properly did it justice, to be honest. The lighting on the steel and stuff feels kind of mismatched. That's why we need to learn how to make textures.
I think that will be the big take on today's stream, textures. But that being said, no, it looks really, really intricate. And like with other sets of armor, you could recognize, okay, that looks like this armor, that looks like this texture. Here, I'd be hard pressed to say, oh yeah, that comes from this, or that looks like that.
Yeah, it's based off of concept art by Atego or Ataguara, I don't know how to pronounce his name. But I basically followed his concept, both for the open and closed helm, and also the skirt. I think there's a skirt that comes with it. Did you add it in?
Yeah. With a completely different color. That's quite surprising. It does
Yeah,
fit well.
That was from concept art as well. I had to come up with the greaves myself.
Those artists, couldn't they give you the
Yeah,
whole
it's-
thing?
Yeah, that's sometimes the hard part. You have to kind of make your own judgment sometimes. And sometimes that can be quite tricky,
Is that the hard part or the fun part?
because you kind of want it to fit the rest of the armor. I'd say probably the hard part. I guess the fun part for me is like making something as good as it looks
Mm-hmm.
in the art. But yeah, I guess filling in the gaps can be tricky sometimes.
The green. Please don't take this the wrong way. The green reminds me of the Oblivion glass armor because it's so luminous and vibrant, I guess.
Radioactive.
A little bit. That's the right word. Thank you. Like the gemstones, not as much, but the big splash of green on the cuirass, a lot more, especially the back. Maybe it's because I'm facing the sun. Yeah, it's when I'm facing the sun. Obviously, I get the full light.
Yeah. That was a custom texture made by the original artist, Atega, or Agua, as he calls himself now.
So, what's your preference
Yeah, I'm
for
quite
the
proud of how
helmet?
accurate it is to the original.
Hmm.
I guess either one is good. I spent a lot of time on them, and they're both quite detailed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, clearly.
But they're both very accurate to the original.
I think with the closed helmet, I'm getting some sort of a mecha anime vibe. I think it's because of the eyes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a little bit. It's the eyes. I think it's the
Maybe.
eyes.
I think it's. I know that the helmet is like based off of like I think a samurai helmet,
Hmm?
a specific one with the curve at the top. I remember seeing a photo of it. But that's the inspiration for the unique shape.
Oh, the open one doesn't have the little thingy at the top.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different concept arts, and I merged the closed with the special helmet.
I had to
I guess
pick
that
and
one
choose.
was for like the elite officers.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Right, I remembered another set of armor that is not that easy to find. In fact, I don't think I ever found it in my game, but that's because I die before I make it to level 2. It's the Ebony Warrior.
Oh yeah, that's what is it? North west of Dagon Fell, I think.
Okay, we're going on a quest. Dagon Fell. Oh, am I still? No, I'm not. Oh yes, I'm still. I still don't have the collisions. All right, so you say northwest. Let's go.
I think it's northwest.
It's on the coast somewhere. Do I remember that right?
Yeah,
Alright,
yeah, it is. He's got a little setup there.
bloody weather. Let's go coast side.
It doesn't usually snow in Dagonfell, does it? Is that a mod?
I don't think like this is not a heavily modded install, so I don't think that I have anything. But then I forget when I put in one install and the other. Do I need to go further west or look around here somewhere?
He's somewhere in this area.
Somewhere in this area. I'm gonna go along the coast.
Yeah.
The snow's pretty nice. I'm guessing maybe I have that modded. Ooh, and now I'm back to... It's so weird to have the mushrooms and the snow together.
Yeah, it is.
It just doesn't fit.
Dagonfell is one of the... Dagonfell is just kind of just discount Azurian Isles, really.
Yeah.
But the snow sort of changes it up a bit.
I don't think I should go much further than that. I might have missed it. Ah, the snow stopped. Good. There's a tomb there. Do you remember if it was near?
He's definitely towards the beach.
Yep.
I think he is near a tomb, actually. Is he up there, maybe?
Close to the
You keep going up that
Seraphim.
way. Try going up higher and looking down from above.
Bird's eye view.
I'm pretty sure he's nearby. Yeah, just go into the sky and look downwards. Should be able to see something. Hold on, I think I've got it.
Yeah. I'd better stop moving then.
I think I did it on a map somewhere.
Hang on, I have another beach here.
So... Okay, show me where you are on the map. Ah, he's further west, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I saw loads of mushroom trees and I thought, oh, I'm going too far. Further around west, let's go. It's at times like this, even though I have 300 speeds, I feel like I'm not moving fast enough.
Yeah, you gotta give yourself 3000 speed. Gotta go fast.
At that point, the game might not like loading cells that fast.
I think 1000 is a pretty good speed. It's fast, but not too fast.
I might have to switch. Okay, going back towards the mushrooms. There's no chance that the Ebony Warrior turned into a mud crab because I've seen plenty of those.
Hopefully.
Guama, still not what we want.
Definitely, I think north of here.
Yeah,
North and maybe a little east.
hang on, I got a visitor. Little cliff raiser. Obviously. Okay, and another one. In a true Morrowind fashion. What is the name of the NPC? Is he called Ebony Warrior?
I think he's called the Ebony Warrior.
I think I got him. I got him!
I am. I think he's got to be around here somewhere. Oh yes, here he is.
Yeah, you're right. He's got a little setup. It feels a little bit basic. Like, I'm guessing he spent all his money into the armor, and then he could only afford a rug to sleep on.
He's kind of an ascetic, I guess.
Mm.
Like he's just doesn't really need anything. He's a minimalist.
Yeah, just the armor.
Yeah, just his armor and like a little camp place and a nice little chair to sit on. He doesn't need anything
You gave
else.
him food, so it's not that bad.
Oh wait, do you have Tamriel rebuilt installed?
Uh,
You got Tamriel rebuilt,
yeah.
so he looks like he looks like he spent too much time in the oven. Unfortunately, the original textures are, in my opinion, much better. But the guys at TR have
Is that-
different ideas apparently.
So what is the texture that has been changed?
The armor, the chitin and the ebony.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not a fan of it.
alright.
To be
Hang
honest,
on.
the original is not perfect, but I did prefer it to them. But that's fine.
Let me. I'm gonna.
Showcases the models at least.
Ebony.
And it'll probably be too much of a hassle to get rid of, because you got the BSAs and stuff.
Yeah,
I
that would
just
be a
wouldn't worry
little
about it.
tricky, but I have the mod page. At least we can look at that. Hopefully, the screenshots on the mod page, that's not the TR textures, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The sword's looking like it could be the angle. There he is.
Yeah. I was actually working on a newer version of this that had, I guess, more detail and fidelity to it. But I guess I want to get the proper textures before I upload it.
Alright, so that is in the game with the TR textures. That would be the downside of using already existing textures. Because suddenly the texture that you
yeah,
worked on is
those are
completely
original
different.
textures.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that, but I mean, it is what it is, I guess. I originally made the mod for TR, but hopefully once a better proper texture gets made, they'll see reason and use that instead. But you
Yeah.
got a couple of helm varieties, each with that. Yeah, that's the concept art by Ortega. I believe I did a pretty decent job of replicating it in the game.
Yeah, definitely. And again, definitely getting the samurai vibe. Especially with the helmet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the armor that like got me into like doing proper 3D models. Like I just saw that and I said, this is amazing. I have to have this in the game, and if no one else is gonna make it, then I have to do it.
Yeah. I completely understand the feeling of I cannot play the game until I have this in it. And then cue in the modding frenzy. Yeah, the textures
Yeah.
they look like I don't know, it rained before the coat of paint dried and it sort of went pleh. Sorry, I don't have the words. I should have had coffee this morning
pretty much.
instead of tea. I was super reasonable. I don't suppose the Ebony Warrior is going to give me his armor, is he?
I mean, he's actually a pretty chill guy, but yeah, he does ask you to challenge him.
He wouldn't
I
let
guess
me
he's
have
kind
his
of
chest.
his personality. I guess is kind of like he's like another kind of player character. It's someone who's like finished their game and they're not really playing anymore. They've like maxed themselves out, and they're just like the full strength.
Yeah, like why should we be the only
But
one
you can
like
talk
that?
to him a little bit.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you've come at last.
That's sort
Let's
of why he
not.
doesn't have a name either.
It's just the yeah. Just almost a legend.
But I guess he's kind of too similar to Umbra. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a similarity, it's true. Alright, let's see the dialogue. So you've come at last. It's not waste each other's times and do what we came here to do. Take the first blow and let us begin. What is that? What I? You came here to challenge me, a duel. Yeah.
It's kind of like a meta thing how he knows you're here to challenge him because you've installed the mod itself.
Don't lie to me. I know you want my armor. That's why you installed the mod. Yeah, I'm not afraid of death. Do not be sad for me. I will not be missed. Oh. Okay. There I go with my puny fists. Boom. He was not aware that I am a god myself and I killed him instantly.
He is kind of aware that you're a god yourself. He says he knows he won't win. But he still puts up quite a fight.
Well, I cheated.
But,
I cheated because I'm level 1. But you know what? I am not completely heartless, so I'll give you my Altmer armor. People have been giving me funny looks, especially when I walk in the sun because I glow. And I'll take your odium. Thank you for that. The rest of the armor, thank you. Oh, and the chest. I suppose that's where I'm gonna get the rest of the helmets.
I think I gave him my avatar space actually.
Oh, this guy? Hang on, I'm overburdened. Carrying too many things.
Give yourself super strength so you can carry everything.
You mean that
Yeah,
face is yours?
People like make comments about how it's... Yeah, my avatar.
Nice. You were saying about people's comments.
Like, how it's weird that... Yeah, people say stuff about like how it's weird in RPGs, how you just strip corpses and take everything they're carrying. But like, what about actually dressing up corpses in your own armor? Isn't that even more weird?
It's really weird. It's really weird. What I do usually is I would loot the corpse, but I would let them keep their pants. So you know, because I'm not that cruel.
I usually just sell everything I have.
Alright, let's take a look. I did notice that even though I gave him the Altmer glass armor, he still preferred wearing his own. I'm guessing it's probably better. See, it looks so much better on me. Hey, my lord, good morning. Hearing a Kiwi accent. Don't worry, my lord. You still have. You don't really, honestly.
Everyone in this country tells me I don't.
Can you say a tent? I've been camping in a tent.
A tent.
I made meshes for my armor.
In a tent.
Yeah, no, that's.
I make meshes for my armor.
A little bit on the meshes, a little bit there. Now, tent and mesh are my go-to words to test the accents. I pitched a tent on some beach.
I pitched a tent on some beach.
I don't think it's particularly striking. Okay. I got a feeling that you enjoy working on helmets, or is it because you follow the concept art and there's different types of helmets, so you make them all?
Yeah, there was a couple other concept helmets which I did make for this one, but yeah, I guess they are one of the more fun parts to do.
So currently wearing.
But, I mean, I thought they were good, so I made them.
Yeah, that's. Oh wow, there's not a big difference between those two. It seems like the only difference is the UV map.
The writing on the top.
Yeah. Or the texture.
The texture on the top is like got writing on it. I think it says "Ancestors Protect Me," and written in Daedric script.
I see.
But you can't see it with that texture. The original one you could.
You can, but because you're right, because there's all the lines, they make it harder to read. But it's there. It's there. Okay. Then we have the open one. Oh, I know what we're going to look at next, of course. The fashion wind. So I was going to say, I noticed that you can't see my amazing ponytail anymore.
Yes.
You have to tuck away your ponytail. But now we don't. We don't always have to lose our hair. And I'm guessing this one is open. Same thing, but with the writings.
Yeah.
Also, lots of detail in this one.
Yeah, I guess I compensate for my lack of textures by making the models more detailed and intricate.
That certainly makes the armor unique. Okay, we're looking good.
So that sword is based off the concept art. And I think that was like the first weapon I made too.
You say the first, what are the others?
I made a replacer for the Black Blade, the Kairos. Kairos, or Kari, or how you say his name, or Crown as I think he's called now. He helped me make this, I think there's a script. I think you can bury the Ebony Warrior and like give him a little tombstone.
Oh, I definitely
Make
want
it a
to do
tribute to
that.
Sam. I completely forgot.
Do I need to strip him? Maybe, because if I activate him...
I don't think so. I'd activate him.
It's a Morrowind script?
I think so.
So I was trying shift activate and alt activate because we have those with Lua.
No, you don't need to do a special thing with it. You just activate him and it gives you the option to loot him or to...
When I do, I get the chance to loot his corpse some more.
Maybe try dispose of his corpse and it'll give you the option. I don't know if you will, but try it.
Let's try that. Well, we can certainly, imagine that I just buried him so well that you can't see anything. That's what happened. When I dispose of the corpse, I disposed of the corpse. I can take
Whoops-a-doodles.
I can take a quick look because I'm curious about that. What do I want? There. Not perma. We'll take a quick look in the construction set. I'm going to assume the script is attached to the warrior himself.
I think so. Kairos did all the scripting and stuff. Because I did some models and stuff for him. Well, you asked before about my other weapons.
Yeah.
I did, I made like, in the concept art, there's like an arm blade for the Morag tongue. I made that actually. And, oh yeah, I made the Skull of Corruption, which I guess you'll showcase.
Oh, yes, I did see the staff as well. Very true. Oh, Zero, I didn't see you there. Welcome on in. Detailed meshes beats fancy textures any day. True, because like the textures, it's a lot harder to give volume and shape. Like they can help, but it always feels a little flat, I guess. Yeah, I see there's a headstone item in the mod. So it must be possible. Which reminds me, Merlord, how or when can I bury my NPCs, my companions? Unless they're your textures, Eurofox. But like that's exactly what we were saying. Like they have to be really amazing textures to actually give the illusion of volume and shape. And we don't get that many textures. I am looking for NPC. He does have a script. And normally, when I activate, yeah, you're right. It's when I activate him, I should have gotten the option to loot or bury him. And you can even choose what's on the headstone. And I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
Get health.
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't do it.
Why is that the culprit? That's if he's dead, right? Oh. Should be less than 0?
Maybe it was because you killed him with cheat codes?
Maybe I broke it. Maybe I broke it. It's true, I insta-killed him.
Might have broken the script.
I'm not sure. I don't understand how it makes a difference, my lord. Because his health right now is 0. And maybe I killed him so badly that his health is minus 999. Now I'm curious.
So badly that the God of Fate decided he didn't deserve a burial.
Yeah, that's...
He deserved to be disposed of like all the
Okay,
other
let me
ones.
take a
Such
good look
humiliating defeat.
at the map so I can find the place again. Yeah, I think I will be able to find it. That's him. That's him. He's still alive. Okay. I've changed the script. Now I know it's not ideal to mess around with the plugin while the game is loaded, but I am still going to cheat kill
Can you
you
actually
though.
do that? Does that even work?
Well, I did get a warning, but I am cheat killing you. I'm sorry. I killed the Ebony Warrior. I did. No, that didn't do it. It could be because the game was loaded already. I'm not sure it works. Hang on. You, Ebony Warrior,
You should
I
just kill him
want
the normal
your
way.
health to be
Give
0.
yourself 1,000 hand to hand.
I fixed it.
Give yourself, like... You didn't?
Yeah, I did. You have a little bit of delay. I killed him, I cheat killed him, and then I used the console to give him 0 health instead of the minus something that he may have because of the... And now I can... But hang on, can I loot and bury? Hopefully I can do both.
Yes, you can. You can loot and then you can,
Take all. And now I bury. Here lies a noble warrior. Here lies a lost soul. Here lies a nobody. Oh, that's harsh. A lost soul. Come on, he's a lost soul. I'm overburdened. How am I gonna... Let's shrink that first. Oh, here's the tomb. Here lies a lost soul. Fortunately, we can't dig him up, which I guess is a good thing. It's a nice touch. Very nice touch. Thanks for telling us how to fix the script, my lord. Which, honestly, I think it works for most people unless you console kill him the way I did.
Yeah. Nuke him out of existence.
But if you ever go back to the mod and you want to update it, you can change the equal 0 to less or equal to 0. Alright, I am now dressed, fully clad in my ebony armor with the TR textures, but hopefully one day that will change.
Hopefully.
You've made quite a few contributions to Tamriel Rebuild.
Yes, I have.
Go on, tell us.
I think most of my things are used by TR.
There's...
Some of them were made specifically for TR. Others are just kind of used by them.
I think the heavy Kaiten, I think I've seen that in TR data as well. the drag armor?
Yeah, I call it Shrew, but it is Dreg, I think. Yeah, that one was a remake of the original TR one, which is. I mean, I kind of hate the Dreg armor, but I think I got it as close as I could to being halfway acceptable, while only using vanilla textures. Although I think Remiros, he had a really good replacer for the Drew chest piece. It actually looked amazing, and I was thinking of like remaking the rest of it. So it was just a replacer for the unique Dread Cuirass.
Now we talked about
and I was
accents,
thinking of,
so
like,
we'll
remaking
be
the rest of it.
wondering, am I saying this properly? Am I saying this with a Kiwi accent? What would Todd say?
People in my country tell me I've got like an American or a British accent.
And how do you
They
feel
have no
about
idea
that?
where I'm from.
That's two completely different things, though.
Yeah, I usually say I've lived here my whole life, but I think I'm just gonna lie and say I'm from Scotland or something.
But yeah,
When they
that's it.
try and ask me about my accent, I'll say that's just the cartoonish. That's what everyone thinks a Scottish person sounds like, but they have no idea what they're talking about.
Definitely.
That's what I'll say the
No
next time
Scottish
someone asks
accent
me.
there. Just invent yourself a whole language identity.
Yeah.
Oh, fair. If I want to take a look at how are we doing with time? Because I know it's getting no, we're fine. We're fine. Let's take a look at the heavy Kaiten armor. Can you tell me where I need to go to see this one?
You're probably it's randomly integrated into the world, so you're probably best off console coding it in.
There we go. My trusty cheat menu mod. I think I'm going to go in the
I should
Lua
use that mod
config
myself, actually.
and call it the testing menu mod. It's not cheating. You don't use this one, or you use it
It's
as well?
very helpful.
It's amazing.
I don't use it, but I should. It looks really good.
I'm seeing a couple of heavy chitin boots and cuirass. Is it because there are multiple models, or I'm guessing because I have those from Tamriel Rebuild and then from your mod?
Yeah, that might be it. Yeah.
Do I have a helm and a helmet?
Yeah, yeah, it was made before I sort of started doing stuff for TR.
Yeah, they're identical. No difference. Good.
It's based off the Kaiten armor from heavy Kaiten from Dragonborn. But I'm thinking I need to remake it because it's not quite up to my current standards.
What is it in particular that you can't stand?
I don't know. It's just very crude, kit bashy, I guess. I've kind of moved on a bit from that. It could. I have the skills to make it better than it is, I guess.
Then by all means,
I
go
think I'll
for
make
it.
it more closely resemble the Dragonborn one from Skyrim. The helmet's good though.
It's definitely unique and striking.
I guess it's all kind of the same texture as well. I don't know how I'd go about fixing that because it's the only texture that looks anything like that. Don't have a whole lot to work with on that front, unfortunately.
Mm.
Unless, of course, I make my own texture.
Yeah, I can see it's the steel armor that was used as a base for the cuirass.
Actually, it could be, but those the things around the side,
Yeah.
the side guards for the chest piece, those are glass originally, but it's from Donkey's armor mod. I just kind of edited, technically remade it from scratch because his original mesh had a lot of problems. And so when I fixed it up, I basically replicated it. I think it's the bone mold chest actually, and I think it's the imperial belt and the glass side guards. But the scarf is, I think, from Darkhaze original mod.
But I mean, it's not like
Oh yeah,
it's not like where you go, oh, this is that, this is that, this is that. Like, you can't tell very easily. Like, it's still good
no,
Kid
it's
Bash,
not
I
blatantly
guess.
obvious,
Changes that.
no. Yeah, yeah.
So if I want to find this one, I need to shop and hope to find the pieces.
I think you just have to find it and loot.
Loot
Unless
as
you
well.
use the wares mod that you made, I think.
Yeah, with wares, that is a reasonably cheap armor set. It would be on the slightly higher level NPCs as well, and in the shops. Yeah. I like it. The helmet in particular is very, very cool.
Yeah, helmet's my favorite part as well.
Ooh,
Yeah.
look at that. That works quite well as well. I put the cuirass from the exile armor.
It does look pretty good.
So the palette is pretty much the same. Do I still have... And even with the robe part of the exile armor, Rexile, yes, because Redoran Exile is too long, right? The Rexile. The clipping is actually non-existent,
Not that bad.
and the greaves, they go really, really well. Do I still have my
They do,
pauldron
actually.
greaves? They work better than the pauldron greaves, I think. Peter, good morning. We look like we're about to go raid a tomb. It's true that with the original, did I drop it because it was too heavy? I might have dropped my... No, there it is. With this one, even though, as you said, there is that, wasteland sort of vibe, especially with the sort of the tubes coming on the side, it's still something, a bit of a... what's the word? Ah, crap. I can't think of the word. But, oh, I wish I remember that word. It's not noble. It's not honorable.
Dignified.
Dignified, that's the one. Thank you. Thank you for reading my mind. Yes, it still has a rather dignified look. Ceremonial works as well. But then plop this one in, and now it's really, yes, you're ready to go and loot anything you find, and like a scavenger sort of thing. Yeah, more like a scavenger look. I really like that.
Yeah, that fits pretty well actually.
There you go.
I guess you can't really do that with many armors because they're all so contrasting, but those ones fit really nicely actually.
Who knew that the best armor set to go or to complete your armor set was your armor set? Yeah, like that. Okay, Dwemer scrap armor. Where do I find that? Do I need to get lucky with the Dwemer loot as well?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm not
cheat
sure,
mod.
actually. I think it's smuggler loot because
It's true, but
because
that's
the lore for that is essentially not actually Dwemer made. It's
exactly.
made
You
by
told me
scavengers who
about
kind of
it
found
because
scrap
in
and put it together.
in wares, like I plopped that in the Dwemer loot, but it's not. It's people that use bits of Dwemer things to make a makeshift armor with it. I really need to go back to that and fix it. So you think I could buy it somewhere? Let's do things properly this
If
time.
you've got wares on maybe, but you'd honestly it'd just be much easier to console it in.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Cheat menu. Is that also the one
for that
used by
one,
TR?
Yeah, they had an old scrap armor that was like just bits of the Centurion, but I guess this one replaces it, even though it's quite different. I do need to fix this one up though. It's pretty much all kit bash and nothing unique, except for the helmet, which I only tweaked from I forget what his name is. Nif Resources. I'll find it.
I should have warned you that when you come on the stream, you'll end up with a to-do list much bigger than anything you had before. Quickly double checking that. Oof, I'm missing something here.
I think yeah.
But I'm good there. I'm good there.
You
I'm good there.
did the helmet, which I tweaked slightly, and invisible chest.
Yeah, it's okay.
There we go. Yeah, it's like very. Oh, I forgot. I did tweak those braces and gave them those little pipes. This one uses better bodies. It was the second one I made, and the TR version uses vanilla, and my version uses better bodies. And I'm not sure how I'm going to reconcile.
It looks like I might have the TR cuirass. Then it doesn't look very better bodies.
Actually no, the rest of the bits are better bodies, but the cuirass, I think, the cuirass is based on Quorn's buoyant armature chest. I think it's just Kaiten armor with a few accessories. But yeah, does it have a pipe on the back, the chest? Back of the chest piece. Oh, there it is. Yep. That was the little touch. I originally planned to have like a pipe that covers the front and then goes over the back, but at the time that was impossible for me. It's probably doable now, but I'm not sure if it would look very good. I don't know.
It might be a little too much.
Could probably make it more asymmetrical to make it more unique and interesting.
Especially if it's meant to be put together. Like, what are the odds of finding exactly the same shape to make two identical pauldrons, for example?
Yeah, I mean, I guess the Dwemer, they make machine parts. You're going to have multiple replicas of them. But originally, I was going to make like one of the pauldrons, like the head of a... I think it was a sphere Centurion, but I didn't think it looked that great, so I changed it back.
It would have been quite striking. I'm guessing when you're modding, is it a lot of a trial and error? Like you go, oh, this might be cool, then you try it, and then you go, no, it's not cool, and then you do something else, or
sometimes if I don't have a concept and I'm just like randomly trying to figure something out, then yeah, it can be a lot of trial and error.
I'm trying to visualize the head on the shoulder. It would be a little bit like is it the wolf armor that does that?
Sort of. It's much bigger than the wolf armor though. The Centurion helmet is quite large.
Yeah, they're so big they could actually work for the thighs, for the greaves. You need two heads, and there you go.
Yeah,
legs covered. Alright, so this one might get an upgrade. Is that what you're saying?
Someday I hope to improve it somehow.
The day after you've worked on the
It does look
textures.
quite nice wandly.
Yeah. I mean,
I've got a ton of stuff in the backlog.
Works. Yeah. How much is a ton of stuff?
I've got like 6 different sets at various stages of completion.
And I need to do something with the bard armor that you put together for me. So that looks good too.
Oh yeah.
But I haven't worked on the bard mod in a long
hat
time.
And the coat.
Yeah, that looks cool. All right, let's leave this place. I still prefer. Let me wear my preferred set because I want to be stylish. Oh, let's see how that would work. So I've got too many. Too many. Yeah, the OAAB hood works quite well as well because it uses the same texture as the coat that you have for the Redoran Exile. Yes, Bard Armor. I can, let me see if I can show you what, where will I find that? I will find that on Discord. Oops. Ruffin, it's okay if I show the screenshots that you sent me of the Bard Armor? I think you shared it on Discord as well.
Yeah, sure.
I just need to scroll all the way up, skip the conversation of what time is it for you and what time is it for me. There we go. So there was the very early idea of using clothes, but then this one looks so... What's the word? Oh crap, what's my problem with words today? It looks like the bard, but the lovable rogue, sort of like very... I don't have the camera on, so I can't even help you miming things. Bummer. Not noble, but you know, like sort of extravagant, flamboyant. That's the one. Dashing, yes, flamboyant, all of that. All of the above. So that's the bard armor with... Ooh, but I think you're gonna have to revisit that one so we can have hair. Now that Safebox did the onion thingy.
I mean, you can wear it with hair, but it'll clip a lot. I think Greatness said something about like having hats that are able to somehow phase through the clipping stuff.
Debonair, that's also a good word. So that's the bard armor. That will happen, will be completed one day, might be used in a mod some other day. Who knows?
Hopefully, eventually.
We have time until 2090. I find your Redoran Exile armor so... Oh, wow. Why did I go for tea today? That was a stupid idea. I should have had coffee. So, not flexible, but like it goes with many other things, in fact.
That's the benefit of using vanilla textures, I suppose.
I guess. Right. Redoran Exile armor is my favorite. It's more vanilla friendly than most vanilla armor. Is just pure Morrowind. Well, that is a compliment.
Ah, thanks.
There was any. But it's true. Like it goes with so many things. And the little pouch. The details, very lovely. The dagger. Alright, we've seen the scrap armor, we've seen the heavy armor. I think it is time to take a look at your very last mod. Let me, since I have that open, to see if I'm missing something that we haven't. We'll take a look at that. The Nordic Armor is
there's
a modification. Or you complete the set. We can take a look at this one in game. Yeah. This one is the same as TR, so people might have seen it. Oh, there's the Redoran War and the Mercenary as well.
Yeah. There's also studded leather and drag.
So your first armor was published in 2019.
Yeah.
It's not a long time ago. What were you doing before that?
Feels like a long time to me.
No,
I didn't do anything before that.
Like, did you at least play Morrowind?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
I guess I was just like tinkering around in the construction kit, but not actually making anything with it. Not making anything good anyway.
So what made you actually say, all right, I'm gonna make a full set and I'm gonna share it?
It just kind of happened spontaneously. It just kind of iterated on that adamantium and turned it from something that was total crap into something half decent. And I thought, oh, yeah, this is actually pretty good. I could release this, and I did. And then a while later, I went back and revised it and made it into something I could be actually proud of. Because the original was very messy. I think the elbow was like a knee mesh, and it looked really weird, but I couldn't figure out why.
So it was a
But I
what?
accidentally
It was a
used
what mesh?
a knee mesh. I
A
used
knee
the
mesh. Oh, I see. Yeah, like the knee
elbow.
pad.
Yeah, I used a knee as an elbow, and it looked very bizarre. I couldn't figure out what it was. That made it look so weird. But it was just a completely wrong shape.
Anyway, we have to start somewhere. At least you didn't start with a shack in Seidanin or a house in Balmora, which is how it's done, usually. Right, if I want to get myself some
No
cool...
good at interiors.
Yeah, no. Who knows? Once you've learned texture, you can do house mods too. If I want to get myself some cool pair of goggles, do I go to Balmora?
You go to Balmora.
Yeah, I had a feeling. The fashion capital of Morrowind, of course. What? What is this weather? Got an ash storm in Balmora. Are you kidding me, people? Are you kidding me? Somebody better do something about this Dagoth ore. Weather is getting out of control. I want clear weather. Thank you very much. There we go. Oh, right. So, who is the lucky trader who sells the goggles?
It's a new trader I put into the outfitter. He's supposed to be his brother.
I see.
Uh,
Except
that
it's
one there.
way
Yeah.
cooler because he's got specs.
Yeah.
It's pretty eerie how they are so in sync, moving exactly at the same time.
Yeah, I just wanted a lightweight implementation.
Well, that's
Also
usually the
simple
best way.
as well,
Yeah.
because I guess I'm kind of lazy.
And they're not synchronized
Hopefully,
anymore.
hopefully there'll be a proper integration mod at some point.
Honestly, for clothing items, like when it's a unique armor set like the Ebony or the Altmer, having some sort of quest and looking for them and fighting for them really makes sense, but glasses, it's a lot harder to think of something unless you make a quest where you go and talk to, I don't know, Divayasphere, and he says, you know, I've lived so many years and I'm basically immortal, but my eyes, find a solution for me. And then you'll have to go to Dwemer Ruins to find some Dwemer schematics for something brand new and never heard of. Spectacles. And then you need to prospect glass mines to find glass that is malleable enough that you can polish it so thinly that you make the spectacles. There you go. There's a quest. I take it back. It's not that hard.
I think a cool thing would be just to have lots of random NPCs wearing them, and you can like just
Well,
buy them from random
that
shops.
will
and they're not,
happen
like, a
with
special
wares.
item or anything.
That's definitely gonna happen with wares because are they very valuable? No, they're not extremely valuable. So NPCs with wares will be wearing them for sure. Because they're cool. Alright. And we have lots to choose. Dark Brotherhood goggles. I'm rich, so I'm getting one of each. Tinted. I'm not even bartering. I'm like, eh.
Yeah, if you like set your barter to like 1,000 or something, you can just buy everything for free. And I'll be totally okay with it.
I'm just thinking that if I'm gonna wear glasses, oh, we'll see. Morocton goggles.
Oh, you've got a different head mod. I don't know if it'll work. It should do though. Like, I mean, it'll work, but there might
I
be in the
do
wrong.
have Wesley's replacer. So yes, there's a bit of a modification. I'm guessing the smaller the headgear, or the face gear in that case, the more likely it is to clip a little bit. Because I don't have vanilla heads. Still. Then.
It's not as bad as it could have been though.
It's not terrible. Hang on. Monocles with that. There we go. Yeah, my head clips a little bit. It's not gonna work well with Khajiit and Argonians, I assume. I think I saw you put a disclaimer on your page.
Yeah, like the Khajiit heads, there's like 2 different Khajiit heads, and one of them does work with the things, but the other one's a different shape. The eyes are in completely different positions, so you can't really have one set for the whole thing. I guess
These
you can
are...
have glasses that fit either one or the other, but not all of them. Well, those work well.
They do.
Almost.
I'm thinking...
They clip through the nose ridge, but other than that, they're really good.
But anyway, you definitely cannot cater for every head.
Speak, traveler.
I'm thinking...
Actually, you kind of can if you create the script that Safebox made. It adds you can reposition the goggles. So if you if someone makes a thing that repositions all the glasses to fit the heads, I could upload it as a patch. But I'm not really interested in doing it myself.
It doesn't sound like something fun. I was really hoping I could just give her the glasses, because those glasses are made for her. But
you can add it through the console.
Yeah, I suppose I can go. What is the reference of the item? Yeah. You are... I'm trying to get... There we... No. Underscore RV glasses 1. Underscore RV glasses with a capital G, I think. And just 1.
Grab him!
Come on, lady. I was just checking if you have glasses.
You might have to like enter and leave before it shows up.
We can do that.
Oops.
Are you wearing them, lady? Are you? Are you?
I can already tell I'm not going to like this.
She is. It's really complicated to give stuff to people, though. Yeah. I regret I have the face replacer, but it still works well enough. So those were the half moon glasses. The safe box, you're here. Dark Brotherhood goggles. No, we haven't tried those. I mean, yes, sure, it does go through my ears, but they are really big.
I think it goes through the ears in the original anyway. There's no real way around that.
I guess it's almost perfect with my ponytail.
Almost.
So how did the mod happen? Because Savebox did the coding. To tell us the story of the mod, please.
I made a bunch of glasses models, and I wanted someone to create a script for me that would make it work with hairs and stuff. Oh, look, Safebox is here with us now.
Savebox will tell us.
And yeah, he offered to do it for me. And he did a really good job of it. It works pretty much perfectly. Very, very impressive stuff, I must say.
It's super cool. Like we've had glasses and goggles before, or hats for that matter. But if you want to wear them, then you know you're gonna lose your hair, or you won't be able to have pauldrons, or you won't be able to wear a shirt. So that is that's a game changer.
Yeah. It really is. I hope people use the script he's made to make other stuff as well, because there's a lot of potential with it. I've got some ideas for like equipable horns and even headbands.
I think if I remember from the
And
mod
face
page,
masks and
yeah,
stuff,
exactly,
so-
yes, and war paints. That would be pretty cool as well.
Yeah. I don't know how that would work actually, but I trust in Safebox's talent. But yeah, equipable war paints would be really cool.
Tattoos, like especially if you could, if you can change them, because there's like ceremonial tattoos before you go to battle, and I don't know, like you could really add to the role play. The blood of your enemies also also an option. That is the mod by Savebox that lets you have, but not so fast. That lets you have a helmet and your hair at the same time, should you want to. Yes, circlets also, because right now we do have circlets. I believe there might be pauldrons, like they have to use an armor slot. That one works with the Argonian.
That was like a basic headband.
Yeah, the glasses work really better with vanilla faces. Can have a helmet and the goggles, or hair and the goggles. And was it? Yeah. Face paint. It's there. It's on the mod description. Nose wear. Piercing. Like the options are limitless now.
They are, yeah. There's some crazy, awesome stuff. I just really like the customization it lets you do. Because there's not that much with Morrowind. You pick the face and the hair, and I guess the armors.
So I'm not
But now
well
you can, like,
versed in
choose, like,
Lua.
accessories and
Oh,
stuff.
oh look, I'm here. Oh well, except it's not really me. It's actually Savebox. If you hear me, it's Greatness 7 that made the code for my backpack. Oh, the credit is all wrong. Panic. Yeah, but sometimes between the gods of Morrowind, it's hard to remember which is which. So that's perfectly understandable. All right, so I was gonna say, like, I don't understand Lua very well, but because Greatness 7 made the code for my backpack, the backpack was like any other piece of armor where it would take a pauldron slot. And so the code sort of goes, well, there's other bones, like other parts of the bodies that are not used. So essentially it's like the item is attached to one vertebrae on the back, basically. Something like that. That's what I understood. So now we can do, we can possibly do all sorts of things. Because we do have circlets, and also Ivolga made the circlets and the earrings as well. And here they're sort of work.
How do those work?
No, that's because they're armor pieces,
Do
and
they
they
have, like, a
use
script or-
probably the pauldron slot.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah,
Could probably port those actually.
I'm guessing it would not be all that complicated. Not that I can do it, but someone else can definitely do it reasonably easily. But these are armor, and they take. It's instead of another piece of armor. Unlike what we now have
Although
here, where I can still have my
getting for
pauldrons and
4
everything.
heads might be difficult. Yeah.
Alright, let's try more. Whoa, my character is like, whoa, amazing. Let's just close our mouth. Honestly, like the slightly bigger pieces, like the goggles and the partial masks and things, they work quite well. The glasses, because they're so thin and precise in the placement, will clip with different heads, but this is really fine. Apart from my big ears, but I got those from my dad.
Yeah, yeah, the goggles are much less precise. You can kind of just wing it with the head shapes. Getting circlets and stuff to work might be difficult because the face models in Morrowind have massively different forehead sizes. Like, particularly female humans, their foreheads like clip through vanilla armors even.
True, that happens. Or the top of the head, like there's a hood and there's the top of the head, the skull sort of clipping through, that sort of thing. But that's just on us for modding our game. At some point, they're not all gonna work together. Easy to solve, just make a version for each head model. It's not that complicated, honestly. There's a limited number of meshes that are used. Just 50 per race. So this one, fortunately, I still have... No, not this one. There we go. I still have my Dwemer armor. Look at that. Again, different armor sets of yours that actually work great together. With the
fit together pretty well.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind a little enchantment or maybe a little script on those for enhanced vision. The ability to zoom
I was thinking
in.
of doing that actually.
That'd be pretty cool. Ask
I was
Safebox
gonna
to
make like
make
proper
it.
Dwemer goggles,
Yeah.
and I was gonna make proper Dwemer goggles, like give them night vision or something with like night eye enchantment. That'll be in the next update, I guess.
No, I can't over the glasses to unequip them. I'm guessing it's because they're not attached to a body part. Val suggested we make a mod like that. There you go. There you go. Then if the suggestion has been made, like I don't understand, where is the mod? That's cool. I like that. Like the simplest way would be a night eye enchantment, I guess. The more complicated, oh my god, the advanced way is a shader in first person, where you sort of have like numbers and stats, you know, like a proper words. Okay, I'll stop talking now. You know what I mean? It's so bad today.
I have no idea how to do
Yeah, no,
that.
sorry. I'm guessing with a shader, when you have those equipped, you could have a slightly green shader, but you also get things like temperature, the name of the cell you're in, not quite augmented reality, but something like the information you would have when you wear a proper HUD. Yes, to have a HUD there. Like if it says things like what the weather is like, even though you can see it for yourself, obviously, but that's something I know you can track quite easily. The name of the cell you're in, what time it is, what the weather is like, and if something is currently attacking you. Warning, you are being dead. Warning.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. I'm sure it can be done. Again, not by me, and it's not a lack of faith in my abilities. It needs to show the enemy's power level. Oh, guys, we're good. Merlord has volunteered. I'm so glad. Or have it make the enemies glow like a targeting heart. Okay, Merlord is on a roll. We just have to wait now. But something like that'd be really, really cool.
It
But
would be, yeah.
It'd be...
Definitely.
I would be fine even if it
stuff.
is not actually making combat better, but just like the HUD with whatever information, even though I can find out easily what the weather is like. Oh, with an ashfall integration. Warning, overheating. Warning. Okay. Yeah,
That would be pretty cool.
that'd be something. So you know what to do, guys. Okay. Then obviously, because they are actually so cool, that they would have to be repaired by Yagrum, maybe, because it's the only guy who can fix them. Alright, what have I not tried?
The downside of using advanced drone technology, only one guy around who knows how to fix it.
Yeah. It's okay, it's not like he's overworked. Nobody knows his address, so he won't mind. And yes, Merlord, it's perfect. The perfect combination. Survival, camping, with high-tech gear. When's the RV camper update? I don't know. Soon we hope. Okay, what have the monocle I have tried. The Morocton goggles I have tried. The half moon, these are silver. Look, the half moon ones, they just go so well. I'm just gonna wear something a little more elegant. There you go. Look at that.
Very fancy.
Dwellers, they have special ears. They put the glasses into their ears. That's how they stay in place, and you know, you can jump, you can run, you'll be okay. Except because I am just yelling. That's a sales argument. Silver spectacles. Honestly, the clipping is not that bad. The tinted ones. Very what? Matrix.
Yes.
Tiny
Those are
bit
probably
of...
my favorite ones.
Those are your favorites?
They're
So
very
what would you
cool.
wear them with?
Yeah. I'm not sure, actually. They go with pretty much anything, in my opinion. They just look very cool.
They just go with everything. That's what it is. Zero Fox is asking for a portable shower. That would be part of the 2090 Ashfall update, I'm guessing. And we still need to get the Lua Stinkers mod. Well, we look very cool with that. Very badass. Goes well with the sword.
Yeah, it's vanilla textures too.
It's vanilla texture. I can't place it. Which texture is it?
Yeah. It's the ebony shield for the glasses.
Oh, smart. I like that. I mean, obviously it's cool to have unique textures, but I also think it's super cool when modders find a way. It might be hacky sometimes, but still they find a way to make things despite Morrowind's limitations.
That's what modding's all about.
Yeah, find a way. Find a way. Obviously, if we want it to be extra cool and we want to move and we want to see the sun glare move about, but we'll keep that for our next update. Agreed, Zero Fox. That's what we were saying before, that using vanilla textures, you know it's gonna fit with people's games unless they have extra weird textures. The downside is we had the dark. We had this one, and because look at that, the Daedric robe really goes well with the, actually let's go with the armor, with the Ebony Warrior, the native ebony. Now I'm wondering is if as you made your mods you were like, yeah, this armor is good and it can be mixed and matched with that other armor that I did before.
I never actually think about them mixing and matching. I guess
It
I just
really
want
does
to look
work.
good as a complete set.
Really does work.
Yeah.
If I have the Daedric robe as a cuirass and then I take the greaves and the boots, you were talking about how it's not complete unless you have the robe and you see the pants, but okay, the weather is disgusting again. Just give me a second. Yeah, I actually had the glasses and the helmet equipped, but it didn't show. Cheat menu.
Yeah.
Give me the pretty weather, please.
Oops.
Clear weather. Yes. So yeah, the native ebony really goes very well with the Daedric armor.
It does go pretty well. Yeah. With the blacks and whites, very complementary, I think.
Mm-hmm. Maybe even better with the TR textures that add the lighter patches, because it complements the grey of the Daedric robe.
Ah, yeah.
Okay, the gauntlets are gonna clip, but that's not surprising. It clips with any sort of robe. I like
Yeah,
that.
Gauntlets are notorious for not fitting in.
Mm-hmm. That looks good. Alright, what are we going to mix and match next? This is a new game within the game. Install all of Ruffin's armor and see what brand new sets you can create with them. I think I've tried all of the glasses. Yeah. Silver and golden. That looks really cool. Crap, I dropped the other helmets. We haven't found anything that goes with the armour glass. So your next set of armor, I don't know what it is, but it should be sort of green, dark green, black, silver. So we can mix it with the armor.
I did have a buoyant armor in the works,
Ooh.
but that might be a ways away because I don't really have a solid idea for how I want it to look.
So we need to find some
Just
cool
working on it as
concept
like a-
art.
I've got like a helmet and sort of a chest, but I'm not too confident in how it looks, I guess.
Boy.
But I want it to be like a specific uniform for the buoyant armigers, so they don't just use generic glass, because the Ordinators get their own special armor, but
Yep.
the buoyant armigers, who are supposed to be the super elite, they don't.
Let's take inspiration from SO. It's actually not very pretty.
Yeah, so... no. That Skywind one isn't too bad, but it would be probably tricky to remake, plus it looks a lot like the original anyway.
Honestly, I mean, it's because I googled buoyant armiger armor, but if you had asked me, I would have never said, oh yeah, clearly, that's for the armiger boys. Because it needs the chitin as well. This feels too dark and made out of metal, I guess. Doesn't work. Knight of Vivek.
I don't really like many of the ESO armors. They don't really do it for me. I think it's because they're shaped. They're all kind of shaped the same, especially around the chest.
I was gonna say I found a good
They
one.
don't
Well,
really
yes,
have much weight to them.
that's a Morrowind mod. That one already exists, but it does look good. Evolga made a whole bunch of variation, mixing. It's kit bashing, but it's pretty kit bashing. Mixing chitin and glass pieces, and
I
it
feel
looks
like
alright.
the buoyant armor just should be something that's better than the basic glass. It does look decent, but I just want something that expands above glass. It's a level higher than the default glass, essentially, to show how better than everyone they are.
Now this one is interesting. Some fan art where the green is actually not from grass, it's textile.
That's
looks
pretty
good.
cool.
Yeah. I don't know that it screams
pretty
buoyant
hard to
armiger, maybe more like ranger and moving about rather than staying in the ghost gate where it's nice and warm. Black glass
Yeah.
would be cool. I mean, black glass is cool. I still like a little bit of green. I think that there has to be some sort of green somehow. But look, Ruffin, if you didn't like ESO for the buoyant armiger, you're going to like Skyrim. No, volcanic glass. That, I mean, it's a mod. And it's,
Hold on, I think I'm behind me.
yeah,
Ooh, yeah, that's.
yeah. It's like
I mean,
shiny
yeah,
drag
kudos
armor.
for the effort, but yeah, it looks. Yeah, they tried their best.
I got a feeling, I mean, it's not that the armor looked bad, it's just, I got a feeling that the armor sets were created and they were like, what do we call them? And then they were called buoyant armiger because it doesn't feel very buoyant, I mean, armiger like.
Yeah, it kind of looks more like burnt toast. But yeah.
So
So,
no,
yeah,
so
no, it
we're
starts
stuck
out as a
we're stuck
master.
with the SO buoyant armiger. Sorry. that's the best we've got.
I can show you what the helmet looks like actually in the chest piece if you want to see it.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Stuff if you want.
Are you sending me a screenshot or a NIF?
I can send you the file if you want.
It's just, you know, my NIF scope. Like I was looking at these, but I had to reassign the texture, which is so weird. So there's a weapon that you made.
Was the textures in the right places?
Yep, they are. That's the weirdest thing. Like,
Well, this one uses only vanilla textures, so it should be okay.
no, I had to. This one had this and the horn. I had to. That was so weird because I didn't change the path. I just had to go and say, oh, by the way, this is what you're using. But I didn't change the path at all. It's weird. But I don't use Nivscope all that much. So it could be something with my install rather than... So, for example...
Yeah, I use the I use the latest version in Liftscope.
I
Even though it's not
thought
really works with models
exactly.
very well.
That's what I've been told. That, for example, this one, it looks for it in TTV scarf, brilliant. And then I go, well, yeah, texture TT is there, and we said V scarf. Now it's like, oh, you mean this one, and it's showing. Oh wow, okay, that looks better with color. Much better with color. So I don't. It's probably my Niv scope that's a little bit obtuse. But since we're looking at it,
Yeah,
would you tell us what we're looking at?
That's the Veramena model I made for that quest mod for the Modding Madness last year. Didn't really get finished properly, but I'm pretty happy with that model, especially the headpiece, which was a totally original design, kind of loosely based off the Skyrim. It's like a shrine with an engraving of her. And I took some vague inspiration from that.
Looks very cool. Very cool. Is that actually her hair?
Yeah,
Like braids?
yeah, like I was gonna like make it like a lore thing that she basically the dreams she makes are made out of her hair. That's why she sort of uses a sewing needle to craft them.
Yeah, that makes
And
sense. Like the threads of.
yeah, she's quite a
dreams.
character.
Real quick, let me. So that is the mod. That was Madness last year. But I mean, the mod is playable.
It is playable, it's just kind of a shadow of what it was supposed to be.
That's
Hopefully I can get a
often the
team
case.
together and make it into something more impressive.
I recognized that as well. I'm looking at the mod page and the images because this is that guy.
Hmm?
Cultist robe sleeve.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. What'd you say? Oh yeah, that's the hood.
Yeah. So there's the hood is there, and then Vermina is there as well. So, well, guys, play it, and then send plenty of messages to the team and say, hey, I really like it. I want more. Do it again. Would that work? That's
I mean,
not.
I did technically get third place, but that was out of 4, so.
That's something. I know one of the versions have trouble with capitalization in the file path. Right, I remember Zero. We were looking at things, and I mean, here there's no caps, but I have a feeling that if the textures are loose in the texture folder, then they show directly. But it might be just what shows in Nivscope. I don't understand Nivscope well enough to pretend I know what's going on. Alright, so I think we've looked at most of the armor. We haven't looked at the mercenary and the Sathdil armor. Those are a bit different though, because you essentially reworked the armor that Ashtar made. How did that go?
I basically just took his armor and like smoothed it out, improved the meshes and UVs, and recreated some of the textures using Rimmeros's IT intelligent textures.
See if I can grab
And
some.
that's what I did for both of his armors. I actually was I was going to send you the point armature, wasn't I? Sorry, I'm just
Yep. If you have a screenshot, that would probably be better than the mesh, because my Nivscope will not render it properly.
Okay, I can do that. Hopefully. It's quite unusual, but I guess I was kind of going for that look. Bizarre and distinctive.
Well, that's good. That's what makes it memorable. Looking at the Sathil armor, yeah, sort of a bleached bone mold sort of a vibe, I guess.
Yeah.
Left out too long in the ash storm.
Yeah, it's quite distinctive, and that's, I guess, what stands out about it for me. I really like it. And, yeah, I guess I wanted to polish it up a bit. So I did, I guess. His textures are a lot more, I guess, complex than mine. And, yeah, maybe in the future I could revise some of the textures to make them more accurate to the original.
Okay, here comes the buoyant armature. That is very intricate indeed. So it's like a gondolier's hat meets glass and metal.
Yeah, basically.
With a little
I guess,
beard thing.
yeah, like the buoyant armatures are described as kind of flamboyant and quirky. And, yeah, I made the kind of look like that, I guess.
The fake little
It's
goatee.
also got like the asymmetry. Yeah, the asymmetry is like reflective of Vivek, and I was gonna have like for the body, I was gonna have half of it, I guess, like wastelandy, and the other half ceremonial to like reflect Vivek's duality. But I'm not really sure how I'm gonna go about that.
I mean, like on paper, that's really cool to have two very distinctive halves, because that would be very reminiscent of Vivek. In practical, like it might be a little too much. I mean, I guess you just have to do it and see what it looks like.
I think I'll try like doing a concept art for it first and seeing if I can craft something together that looks half decent before I go all out making it.
Yeah. Maybe something where like there's the armor and only one half has like half skirt and half cape and that sort of things maybe.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
So no.
Yeah, I
no
sort of thinking like a robe on one half would be cool.
Yeah, that could work. No plans to include chitin or more organic materials?
I guess, yeah, I was... Because, like, the buoyant armatures are supposed to be even, like, more elite than the ordinators. And they don't even get their own unique armor, so...
Yeah,
yeah,
like I
wanted
don't...
to
Even in
give them something
vanilla...
extra special.
In vanilla, I don't really get the feeling that they are more elite at all. Like, if anything,
yeah,
it seems
they don't
to
feel
me...
that important because...
And even their armor is more like practical than uniform. Like the ordinators, I feel the armor is mostly to be recognized as such. Whereas the armingers, because they don't all wear the same armor, I guess, and they use common items, it feels like it's more practical armor
I was
than
actually going to make another...
Ah.
I actually had plans to make like a Kaiten buoyant armature version for like the rookies, but it wouldn't be like a huge different armor. It would just be like a slightly edited version of the original Kaiten. But I had a cool helmet I made, but I lost the file for it somehow. I'm usually not that clumsy.
Too many files, too many mods.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that though.
Well, glad you were reminded of it. So what are you working on these days? Like, so you obviously have a lot of things going on. How do you...
Right now, I
Yeah.
guess
Go ahead.
I'm working on this. There's the Duke's Guard armor,
The silver
and I'm
and
working on making a
purple
full
one?
set for that. Yeah. And there's this Daedric sort of overlord. I can send you some screenshots.
Yeah. Love to see those. I think TR... No, I know, because the last mod I did, I took the Helva collection of armor, and then I removed a whole bunch of things, and then I checked that against Tamriel Rebuild, because Helva completed a number of sets, and then Tamriel Rebuild does that as well. So I know that Tamriel Rebuild completes the Duke's armor, or at least some of it. Oh crap, am I getting my mods mixed up now?
Does it?
Yeah, maybe it's Helva that
I'm
has
not
it
sure.
now.
Like Duke's Guard. I know that I know the TR does complete a lot of sets. I'm not sure about Duke's Guard.
No, maybe not.
Might
Maybe
complete
it's
regular silver.
maybe it's actually my mod. It's not my model, but my mod that completes the set. It's one of those I could keep. Too many mods.
Alright, I'll send you a picture of the
Yeah.
Daedric Helmet.
Ooh. Come on, stay here. Where's my mouse? Must find. There it is. Oh right. Oh, that's. So there's a blend of the vanilla Daedric one, like the face of something, I forgot which one. Feels very samurai inspired as well, and I see the Daedric crescent there. That looks
Yeah.
really good.
I've got an alternate version too, with different ones.
It's quite a lot of silver, like a lot more than we'd see in the Daedric armor. Which means it would go really well with the Daedric robe.
It probably would, yeah. I'm actually the chest piece for it is sort of an edited version of the Daedric robe.
Oh,
It's,
next one.
It has different horns. Couldn't decide which one I liked more, so I'm gonna just do both.
Huh.
The easy way out.
And let people choose. I think I prefer the colors in the second one, the one with the... It looks like the Ahemusa amulet or something.
Yeah, I think it's both the Daedric Sanctuary amulet and one of the Ashlander artifacts.
Yeah,
They share the same model.
but I like that. I like the look of it. Oh, I think it's the colors maybe that I like. Maybe if the crescent
I
had...
quite like the asymmetry, but yeah.
Huh, I couldn't choose myself. Chat, do you have a preference between these two? I like the fact that it's mostly... I like the colors of it. I like the asymmetry. But because I know the Ashlander artifact, I feel that using the Daedric Crescent fits better the theme. Okay, yeah, the first one fits better the
Technically,
theme.
it is the Daedric Sanctuary amulet.
Also, yeah.
But yeah.
It could be that, it's just me linking the two. Like, I'm not a lore buff at all. Do you have a little screenshot of the cuirass, like the one you were talking about?
I think I do. It's still a work in progress.
We won't judge it harshly or criticize as much, I promise.
It's gonna be it's just basically a cut down version, but I'll add more to it later on. It's meant to be just a chest piece and nothing else. But I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it some unique textures that even I should be able to make.
So we're getting to it. Finally, we're getting those textures.
I'm gonna change the thing from like white to something else. I think it'll be like red with Daedric text. I did a concept art of it, but it wasn't very good. But just a basic rough sketch of it. I'll take a screenshot.
So the silver trim will be changed.
Yeah, I'll show you the very, very poor drawing, but it was just to, like, create a basic
Don't worry about it.
Don't judge my art skills off of it.
I can draw something so
And the
people
white
can
parts
appreciate.
are coloured in. Okay. Sending it to you now. And I'm gonna make the sword for this.
adorable.
I've already made the sword, actually.
Yeah, that definitely samurai feel to it. The pauldron remind me a little bit of the ordinator.
Yeah, I did use the ordinator as a base for them, actually.
Okay, so we
But
just
it
have
is
to be
very
patient
samurai,
and wait for that.
Yeah.
So many things to wait for. But before
Don't know when it's
2090,
gonna
right?
Should be before then.
Yes. Maybe
Hopefully, before
a
then.
Christmas surprise.
Maybe. I guess that's what
am
I'm focusing on
pushing.
right now, but I was also working on the Duke's Guard. I can show you some pictures of that.
Yes,
too.
please.
I especially like the head for it.
Obviously, it means when you do publish the Duke's Guard, I'm gonna have to remove the Duke's Guard from Panoply, the remake of Helluva. But that's fine. I'm happy to replace an older version with your version of it.
It's definitely the most interesting of my set completions, but I guess the other ones had helmets, so
Yeah, I remember we were talking
I
about
didn't
it
have
on
that much freedom
Discord.
to go wild.
I recognize it. And you, no, which armor was it? No. I'm getting confused. There was it was Adamantium armor. It's a different thing. Alright.
Oh yeah. I was doing a replacer for the helmet.
So yet another project.
Yep, they just keep on coming.
Now this one looks cool. I just worry the Ordinator might not appreciate you know, copying their style with the mohawk thing.
Yeah, that's true,
gonna
actually.
it's gonna be competition on it. Like, dude, that's my style. Find your own.
It was based off of the Skywind concept art, actually. The silver armor.
But anyway, like the Duke's armor is Imperial, and Imperial takes inspiration from Roman armor and design and culture a little bit, and that's spot on, really. So I think the Ordinators are the ones who copied the style, actually.
Yeah, they probably did.
Yeah, truth revealed.
Imperials did
Truth
it
revealed.
first.
Now we know. Now we know the truth. Okay, now we have seen some teasers of things that might happen, that will happen later on. We just don't know when. I'm trying to think if we've skipped some armor sets that you've already published. The mercenary one, which I did not. Let's take a look at that one. But I think we've covered most of the armor.
It was, yeah.
Hlalu, no, Sathil mercenary. That's a different thing. What do I have right now?
That's the one you've got, the Sathil Mercenary.
So what is the other
The
one?
other one is Veteran War Armor. Well, Untitled Warrior Mercenary, I don't know what those ones are. There's might be TR.
Isn't it Redoran War Master or something? Okay, let's go with Redoran.
War armor.
War Armor. Okay. Cheat menu. Once again. Boom, boom. And a skirt. I am a sucker for armor with a skirt. Even if it's the longer one, that might be a little too much. I really like the skirt. Okay.
I thought I had more pieces than that.
Actually, I might. Ooh. And what is this?
That's the right cuirass and boots. Skirt? That must be from TR. Yeah, I didn't make that.
It could be, yeah. Oh, no, I see. That's also from TR. I think I have. Those are cards. You know, in Tamriel, there's a set, a deck of cards. Veteran Warrior Soldier.
Oh, yeah, I think I heard that.
Like, I just consoled
There should be
in
like
everything.
an armor.
Okay,
There should be like other parts of that armor as well. I don't know where they are though. Maybe they're called something different.
Yeah, 'cause I took all the Veteran Warrior. Let's make a search for just Veteran, maybe. See what I missed.
Yeah. Because it's a full set.
Okay, Veteran Banner, Broker, Ceremonial, Craftsman Smith, Exile, Veteran Master? No, that's a different one. Master Cuirass, that might be TR. It's too many items.
Yeah, it's TR. Maybe War?
That's...
Oh, Veteran Right War Bracer. That's weird. What? Oh, Ashtar named it that. It's his ESP. I just replaced the
so the
Veteran Right
naming
War
is not
standard. Don't know what the
left
hell
war.
with that.
Yeah, I see. War process, War Master, right.
Just search for War and see if you can find the helm.
We're still missing a helmet.
And the other pauldrons.
Oh, yeah, which one is that? Yeah, the other side.
I think you took the left?
Some cool details again. The daggers look nice.
Yeah, I think that was like a 2D texture on the original, but I made them into 3D models.
Nice, nice. And that's an example where more intricate model is better than the intricate texture in that case.
It was quite hard to tell what it actually was. It might not have been daggers at all, but I just assumed it was.
That works.
Yes.
So we're looking for the helmet. That would complete.
Yeah.
It's not the Redoran Master helmet. It's a different one.
No, it should be called. Yeah, I didn't do anything with the construction set on this one. Just try searching for War, although it might just give you Warrior a lot, but see what
I have a
happens.
lot of things. Like red wear. Clear glass.
Make sure you put the space at the end. Oh, there we go. War axe, war this, war that.
Woven things.
Just go down to red.
Yeah. Here we go. War boots, war cuirass, warrior skirt. No, that's not it. I
Gang war and all, Evanhard.
I think I had the left. I'm gonna get all of them. I am not seeing the helmet though.
Reader and Founder's Warhelm, maybe that's it.
Oh, Warhelm, which might be
I
it,
don't know
yeah.
if it is, but it could
'Cause
be.
there's already a Founder's helmet, but that might be a different one.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, yeah.
Did you pick the Warhelm?
Yeah.
Yeah. It could be, I don't know. I think there's a quest to get it in the mod, but... Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I just did the models. I had nothing to do with anything else.
Now I know I
Very
really do like
fancy.
symmetry. I'm not a big fan of the mask part of the helmet.
I guess the visor and the eye is a bit unusual.
And this I can see through. I can see through my head.
Yeah, that's true.
Put on eye lenses. Well, that fixed it. Now I can't see through the helmet anymore. But they're beneath the helmet. But some nice
Try the
detail on the
Glimmer
armor.
Scatter.
Ooh. I think we're taking this mix and matching the armor sets. No, it's too small basically. It's down there. It doesn't quite go. The green thing. The Dwemer Scalp. Anyway, that is a cool suit of armor as well. The best part with all, and that's I guess that's also one of the positive things about Ashtar's armor, because it's made so many variations with the Pauldron armor. Basically, you can mix and match them a lot. There we have it. We are now the single person in Vvardenfell with the largest collection of pricey armor, stylish armor. I think I might be like Murlord and prefer the Red Rune Exile. Possibly with the heavy Kaiten. So now we are so ready to face any sort of ash storm while being, you know, stylish and comfortable.
Very aesthetic.
And that will be my final pick of the best outfit of the day. Because that's what we were doing, obviously. It was fashion. It's all about fashion.
Fashion wound.
Yeah. So real quick, guys, we've been... No, not that. Go away. We've been taking a look. I need to find my mouse. There is my mouse. We've been taking a look at all kinds of very cool armor set that Ruffin has made. The very latest
Oh, it's actually Ruffin, not Ruffin.
Oh, you should have corrected me 2 hours ago. Ruffin.
I know.
I'm sorry for
Yeah.
butchering your name all
Ruffin
along.
Vangarr.
Ruffin.
No,
I
it's
keep
fine.
saying
I butchered everyone
Ruffin.
else's name. It's only fair.
You know what? Because it makes me think of a muffin.
Makes me think of a puffin. Bird.
Also,
I hear Ruffin, but it's
Ruffin. Ruffin. Okay. Well, I've learned
Yeah.
something. Ruffin. All right. Hopefully I haven't said Ruffin so many times that my brain is just stuck on that. Let's hope so. So that is Ruffin's last mod. Fashion Wind. 2, which I picked for mod of the week. That's true. To be able to enjoy it and have your various glasses and goggles, you definitely need Safe Boxes mod that I really hope modders are going to pick up and say, yes, now I can make all the headgear I ever wanted. And the rest of the armor, the best way to get to all of it is there. And I believe now... Oh no, I know, I need to find your Twitter as well. You're quite active on Twitter.
Oh, there are my Daedric helmets as well. I think those are pretty cool.
What about the Daedric Helmet?
Yeah. Do you want to showcase those as well? The concept art ones.
That you sent me on Discord?
Did you download?
Oh no, these. No, did I? Like I have downloaded them at some point. I don't remember installing them. Well, we can find out very easily. If not, we'll have to make do with them. The screenshots.
Maybe check on the cheat menu if you've got them. Do you have them on? Try looking for them on that cheat menu.
On the what? There you go. Now I'm hearing the accent. What did you tell me to look at?
The cheat menu.
The cheat menu.
Cheat
Okay,
menu.
that's where I am. Yeah, yeah.
That's
exactly where I am.
Daedric.
Yeah, that's what I've
Tamriel
done.
Rebuilt has them anyway.
Face of. It's gonna be some of those. Some of them are Daedric
Should
though.
be.
Consolation, God, humiliation, inspiration, rebellion, and terror.
Those two.
Your mod page says.
I think it should be consolation. Yeah, I think one of them is consolation. I don't actually know what they're called. One of them's consolation after the consoling tentacles.
Okay, the name of the Daedric heart we have the face of the husband of fire. Wow. The comforting face of tendrils.
Actually, TR should be using my models anyway, so I couldn't fit the whole thing in though, so maybe I just named them face of, and there's no Daedric in there.
Ah.
That might have been it.
Face of, you're right. You're right. So face of Portator, that might not be
Just
part of it.
Face of should do it.
Yeah.
Face of forbidden tickle. Yeah, husband of fire, comforting tendrils. Forbidden tickle. I couldn't fit.
Daedric.
Yeah, I couldn't fit Daedric in there, so I just went with that.
Oh,
Although
that's
you might
not
have-
gonna go well with my exile armor. That is.
That looks a lot better. Yeah, there you go.
Wait, creepy. I think
That's
it's the
the shade
big
of
round
one.
eyes that are. Yeah.
It's probably my favorite one actually. It's quite
It's
unlike the
definitely unique. I really like the the eyebrows and the mustache and the beard and the goatee going on. That looks very cool. So this one
It's
is
pretty accurate to the
face of
concept art too, which I'm
comforting
quite happy with.
tendrils. I don't know about
Yeah.
comforting. But
It's the sheer Gorath, so it's crazy, I guess.
it ought to be, yes.
I think the other guys are using my ones. Is there a... What's the Daedric face of consolation? Do you have that?
I believe I do. Does this look like your creation?
That one is... Yeah, oh no, that's the TR one. I guess they haven't changed it yet.
Sorry, just
I actually
Daedric.
used that as a base. But that's, I think, Ashtar's old one.
Daedric
I
face of
modeled my new
humiliation.
one out of
That's
that one.
vanilla. Inspiration, I think.
I think... Oh, yeah. Humiliation, I think, is... Yeah, that's the Ashtar's one. My one's the... That one's vanilla. Modded vanilla, but... Yeah, that one's not mine.
Rebellion. With a pig snout.
Rebellion, I think, is TR again.
I'm just
Yeah,
dropping
that's
Dwemer
Ashtar's
helms
design.
in the middle of Balmora. People are gonna
They're
be
worth like thousands and thousands of dollars too.
Terrors
My
Vanilla,
one is the
Tendrils
face of the
for
husband of fire
Forbidden
and the face
Tickle.
of the forbidden
Yeah,
tickle.
I got them.
Yeah.
So this I just dropped, so I won't have two. Now I have your three. Forbidden
Face of the
Tickle.
forbidden tickle. I don't recall enchanting them though. Oh no, that's
That was
Is
the
that
vanilla
enchanted?
Face of the Hortator.
Aye.
Or maybe TR. That looks incredibly
I don't remember
painful.
if they- Yeah, it's more like bow, so it's appropriate.
Yeah, that makes sense. Let's wear something that fits. There we go. Yeah, that looks painful.
And then there's the pig one.
It's the tickle one. I don't, the forbidden
Yeah.
tickle. I don't want to know what tickles what when wearing that.
Well, it's more like bow, so you kind of have to use your imagination. with
Yeah, I
it.
don't wanna. I don't wanna go there. And we have the face of the husband of fire, which is okay. Yeah, that's
Maroon's Dagon.
that is clearly an improvement on the other one we looked at.
The other one was made a very long time ago, though, so they didn't have the same tools.
True. Or it's I mean there's the tools and there's also the trend. Like we nowadays we don't try to make the same sort of mods or get the same effect from the mods. So like if you look at the I mean I've looked a lot at the old armor sets from Helluva made by all kinds of modder and that stuff was the shit back in 2000. But it was very in your face, very vibrant, very over the top, very kid bashing, obviously. Sometimes it was completely new, but it was just a mod of its time.
Yeah.
So out of the three
It's interesting how much
faces,
trends change.
which one is your favorite? Is it the tendrils?
Yeah, I think so. It's just the... I actually made it the strongest one out of the three.
And we have the robe that goes with it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just very unusual design. I just really like that about it.
It's getting late. I'm getting hungry, actually. I think in the chat I have linked everything so you know where to get Ruffin's armor, your Twitter that is pretty active. Oh, let me grab. You have a Discord as well, don't you? Or am I dreaming that?
I do, yeah.
You do, right?
I probably don't recommend joining it though.
Okay.
It's a bit of a chaotic shit posting place, more so than any serious modding base.
I'm pretty sure people will find it. Like I saw it, like I didn't realize you had a Discord. I saw it when I looked at your Twitter, I think. Yeah, I got the link. There we go. And it's true. You do give the warning to people. It's there.
It's more for shit posting than it is for
There it
any
is.
serious stuff, yeah.
The book club. Well, if people are curious, they're just gonna have to go and take a look. That's just the way it is. Oh, and that's your character.
Plunge into the void.
And that's actually your character too.
Yeah.
I recognize the tats. Excellent. Ruffin, thank you so much for showing us your armor and telling us what's
thank
what.
you.
Looking forward to.
Thank you for having me.
It was my pleasure. And looking at all this and creating new sets, that was nice. Looking forward to your next sets. No pressure, no deadline or anything. But remember, Christmas without a new armor set is not really Christmas. Is all I'm saying. And we'll see if
I can try to get one out.
yeah, I think yeah. And if we can have a mod jam with the Necromancy or Daedric. Oh no, not Daedra. We don't want the Daedra theme for
Not
the
again.
again. But you know, with that super cool new helmets you've got going on, who knows? Who knows?
Mhm.
In the meanwhile, we'll have to make do with all the cool armor you've shared with us.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go and eat something. I'm gonna let you get some sleep because it's gonna be tomorrow soon for you, I think.
Yeah, just another hour and it'll be midnight.
Yeah.
But I usually go to sleep late when I don't have work anyway.
Okay. Well, I like you go to bed a bit later. I got up a bit earlier. That works out. That works out completely. I'll see you on Discord for sure. Looking forward to your next mods. And guys, I'll see you on Sunday. Sunday, I don't know what I'm doing, but it's gonna be Morrowind. I might be installing mods. I might have to do that. Until then, everybody take care. Ruffin, good night.
Thank you and see you later.
See ya. Bye guys.